We're now joined by Chase Elliott, driver of the number 24 Napa Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Chase, I know it was a tough week at Charlotte for you, but you come to a racetrack where you had two third-place finishes last year. How much confidence does that give you going into this weekend?
Yeah, it's a rough whole month of May, really, for us. We're happy to see June here and just kind of another shot to try to improve and just get some good solid finishes, if nothing else, or really just finish would be good. So that's our goal this weekend, is to try not to have anything stupid happen, finish, and hopefully just try to move on down the road and try to get some just solid days, just good experience, execution, and just exercise all the parts of the race that you have to do to run well and compete to win.
Good deal. We're going to open up the floor for questions. If you have a question for Chase, please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless microphone to you. Questions for Chase Elliott? We'll start with Tom Jensen and work our way around.
Hey, Chase, Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. Have you ever had a stretch like this before in your career, and how much, how easy is it to let go of it, and how much of it gnaws at you?
I mean, it's easy to let go because you can't, or I think it's easy to let go just because you can't really change it, and what's done is done. And a lot of it's just been, I don't like using the term bad luck, because I think a lot of your luck starts when you leave the race shop. But I guess just misfortune and kind of being at the being in a bad spot at the wrong time. So I don't like using the term bad luck, but I guess some of it has been, so to speak. I'm not real sure what you call it, but the big thing for us is you got to keep trying to stay high on what you have going on, try to run well. If you put yourself in good position long enough, I think eventually good things will happen to you. I'm a pretty strong believer in what goes around comes around, and I think everything in racing, that's one thing I have learned over my career. I think everything in racing comes full circle at some point. So big believer in that. So I feel like if we keep doing our jobs and keep trying to run well and just keep trying to improve, I think it'll come around for us, and hopefully those opportunities will be there again for us to have good finishes. But I don't know that I've had a entire month be quite as rough as May has. Maybe at some point, I don't really know. Definitely have had things like that happen over time, but I just don't know that it's all been back to back to back like it seems like it's been here lately. So we'll take this weekend for what it is and try to get a good finish.
We'll go next to Bob, and then we'll count up to Dustin. Bob, and then Dustin.
Bob Pocker, ESPN. On his podcast, Dale Jr. said that Jeffrey was texting him trying to get your number to talk. I was curious if you guys talked and what Jeffrey say.
Yeah, he did. Jeffrey sent me a text after the race, and just apologized. And I told him, I said, man, it's not your fault. And it's just one of those incidents where, I was just in the bad spot. He had a parts failure that was not his doing, and I get it. I understand that stuff like that happens. It was unfortunate that it happened 20 laps into a 600-mile race, but like I said, it's nothing that either one of us can do anything about, unfortunately. But I appreciate him reaching out and taking the time and effort to do that. It meant a lot to me just because I thought it showed a lot about his character and the kind of person he is. I don't really know Jeffrey all that well, so it was kind of cool to see what kind of person he is and cares, if nothing else. So I appreciate it, and yes, we did speak.
Okay, we'll go to Dustin, then to Brant, and then to Jerry.
Dustin Albino, front stretch. Chase, compared to this time last year, what do you think the biggest difference with your race team is?
Good question. I don't know. I feel like more than anything, I feel like we've just kind of settled in at home. I think this time last year was obviously our first go around together in a lot of ways. As a group, being together, learning racetracks as we go to for the first time in a cup car, and some of the different things that we fought. You still fight those things as time goes on, but I just think I feel like we just all feel more at home. We just all feel more comfortable with what we're doing, and maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. I'm not sure. I think if you get too comfortable, that can be a bad thing. So I think you need to have some discomfort as time goes in what you're doing to try to push yourself to do better. But I just think that year of experience and being with the same group of guys, I mean, there's only one or two guys that has changed from last year to this year. So I just think our group has just probably come together a little more, I would say, in the last year.
Go to Brant and then the Jerry.
Brant James, USA Today Sports. The rough May you mentioned coincided with two guys getting their first Cup wins. Was it tough for you to not maybe cast an eye over there, just like wonder, like seriously, when's this going to work out for you?
I mean, sure, you always want to win, and you always want to beat the next guy, but at the same time, Ricky did a great job at Talladega, had a strong car. Did a great job missing all the wrecks and putting himself in good position. He's put in due time. He's a champion in NASCAR. He's had success here. He deserves to be here. And why shouldn't he deserve to win? So he did his part and got the job done. So I'm happy for him, happy for Austin, also another champion that's put in his time and had an opportunity to win, did a great job, executed a great race. I hope that people don't say, it's a fuel mileage race, his first win. I just hate hearing that because the guy's been around. He's run well at times. He's had other opportunities to win. So I'm happy for him, too. I hope we can do it at some point. That'd be nice. But sure, I want to beat him, but I respect it. I'm happy for him, and we'll have our opportunity as well.
We'll go to Jerry and then to Claire B.
Jerry Jordan, Kicking the Tires on Net and Performance Racing Network. Coming into Michigan, you've got two Cup Series runner-up finishes and an Xfinity Series runner-up finish. Does that give you any solace going in there? What are your expectations and how challenges that track? And also, how'd you do last night at the table with Denny?
Yeah, struggled. I was hoping May was over and June was going to turn a new page, and if the blackjack table has any frame on June is not good. But no, I what was your first question? Oh, at Michigan. Yeah, I really don't know why Michigan has been. I don't know if running second 3 times. I don't know if I should say it's been good to us, but we've had some good cars there. Solid days overall. I felt like our runner-up finish in the Xfinity car probably wasn't as strong of a day as our 2 runner-up finishes in the Cup Series last year. So, like I said, I really don't know why we've run well there last year. I think Alan has a good feel on the racetrack with the cars and kind of what to bring. I don't know if it suits me or just got lucky or what it was, unlucky or lucky, whatever you want to call it. But I'm excited to get back. I take the racetrack out of the equation. Michigan's one of my favorite areas to go to. I think it's awesome this time of year to go visit Michigan. Cool place to go. So I'm excited to get there and give it another shot.
Claire?
Claire Beeline, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. I know what you're saying about getting too comfortable and kind of being on the edge of being unhappy that things are not going good. But I would have thought you would be even more frustrated now, and I think it's good that you're not. That a year ago, maybe your frustration, when things didn't go right, you could feel it. Do you feel like maybe you're handling it better in a way that's productive? Because certainly you could be really frustrated by now.
I think there's a difference in my frustration and some of the things that I've gone through this year. I think is different than what I went through last year. To me, I take a lot of pride in what I do, and some of the stupid mistakes last year were on me and just 100% my fault. I feel like some of the misfortune we've had this month has been out of my hands in some ways. So I look at it, by circumstance. I look at the different circumstances and how they differ. There's no secret. If I make a mistake, I'm gonna be mad at myself, and that's just a fact. And that's the way I am. You can like it, you can hate it, but that's just how I am. That's how I grew up. That's how I'm gonna be. So I think there's a difference in mistakes I make and misfortune that isn't in your hands. And I think that's a difference you see.
Any additional questions for Chase? Chase, good luck this weekend, and I hope you have better luck at the table.
Yep. Thank you.